You would not submit. People are talking about that. Focus. It's because you have your eyes on something and people are wondering that, or they're thinking that you do, like you have your focus on something that wasn't them, wasn't what they wanted you to focus on. You are in control of your focus. Oh, you would not submit. It was very subtle. I'm getting just rules and restrictions. Like in the US, we have homeowners associations, HOA, which anyway, they all run differently, but some of you, I'm not even going to go further than that, but if you're outside the United States, maybe just any kind of club where it had just crazy restrictions. You did something, like stood your ground. People have noticed, people are talking. They are talking, you need to be encouraged. Why are you getting this message? What is the purpose of this? I want to know. Okay, inner circle, safe space, control issues, testing limits. You know, it comes to me in waves of feelings, okay? There's somebody who control issues. Whatever these rules and restrictions were, it could have been a work situation or something, but something came down to a technicality. Somebody was really trying to get their way. Inner circle, safe space, the control issues, the power went to their head. Oh, it really did. It really, really did. Testing limits. They try to test your limits. They're trying to rewrite something, trying to really get their way. It's not really that you are the one breaking rules here. It's they were trying to break some rules that are there for a reason, okay? Just like the homeowners association, HOA thing. People despise those, and I can see why, but then I can see why other places might need them. I think it's become its own business. That's the problem. It's become privatized. And anyway, I mean, you have companies out there that just manage HOAs, like across the country or maybe even world for all I know. I have no idea. Sometimes it's just a money grab, and sometimes it's there for a reason, okay? What I'm getting to is this. Someone's trying to rewrite their own rules, trying to suit themselves, trying to use you in a battle, trying to say you're the one who broke the rules. Oh, gosh. Look. This is all going to come together for your good. I want you to know that. Testing limits. They learned, didn't they? They learned not to test your limits. Seriously, certain rules are there for a reason. And maybe you did, I don't want to say break a rule, but you went up to the limit maybe on something. And someone tried to say you went over a limit and you did not. And it's going to blow over. Okay? Hold your ground though. Hold your ground. Stand your ground, I should say. Inner circle. You know, this is telling me that this whole thing, there are many spiritual reasons. Many spiritual reasons for this. Always are. Ask for what those are. Like when you meditate or pray or whatever. Just really ask for those reasons, because there's always a reason for every single thing that happens. Safe space. Inner circle. This means somebody's true colors are coming out. In the inner circle, someone who you needed to know. You know, things happen so we see who we can trust, who we can't. And someone showed their untrustworthiness. This is a sign of things to come. And you know what? Don't underestimate the divine power of this universe. Something here is really going to work in your favor, okay? Like you might even be trying to move. Like, let's go back to the homeowners association. It just means like a big subdivision or community, whatever, a place where a person lives. I always try to make it friendly for people outside the United States because I have so many people outside the US. Anyway, let's say you're trying to get out of that place anyway. Whatever's going on here is going to lead to something like that for you. Yeah. If you just stay focused on your goal. That's the whole thing. Like, remember, I got this focus card at the beginning. And I know it's not this for everybody, but for some of you, like let's say it is the homeowners association, has something to do with a garden or something that you are allowed to do in your yard. Completely within your limit. Someone else, though, used you as an example to go over the limit. Crazy. It could resonate in so many different ways, though. I'm also getting this. Paid time off. Vacation days. Days that you're supposed to get off, like someone's saying that you abuse the policy so they can abuse it. Look. You are about to be airlifted out of there if that's what you want. Like when these weird things start happening, especially like you've been at a place for a long time and all of a sudden Something comes along to make it insufferable, intolerable. Look, okay, double-crossed came out as I was talking about that. You may face betrayal or being double-crossed. That's what I mean, okay? Sometimes a line is crossed. Like, have you ever worked someplace where everything was great until it wasn't? I mean, of course, that's how life is, but some things kind of happen slowly. Other things happen slowly than all at once, and then some just happen all at once, okay? I'm getting that this is kind of heartbreaking because it's sort of just, however it happened all at once. And, I mean, it may have been some stuff leading up to this, may have not. But this goes back to something that you have wanted, something that's going to make you happier. Focus your thoughts on that, on creating something better, as opposed to giving anyone any kind of ammunition against you or using your emotions out of turn. Look, I know that can be easy to do. I know. You wake up in this field of consciousness every day, and there's all kinds of emotional energy just waiting. I apologize if you hear fireworks. It is the 4th of July where I am. Actually, the 5th. I lied. It is the 5th of July. Anyway, smoke and mirrors, push and pull, crossing paths, boundaries respected. This is someone you may cross paths with regularly, like about the homeowners thing, or if there's some kind of workplace situation, community, organization, someplace where you see this person. There's boundaries being respected, even though they've tested your loyalty, tested your boundaries before. Okay, they're respecting boundaries, crossing paths. Everybody can handle this like civilized human beings, like really. Use this as an opportunity to really just behave like a civilized person, okay? Rise above this. You can choose heaven or hell with every thought. Push and pull. Smoke and mirrors. This is strengthening you to see through more smoke and mirrors. Yeah, this is really teaching you to open your eyes to certain things that your eyes may not have been open to before. The word lollygag keeps going through my mind, like what we say people are doing, just sort of wasting time, lollygagging, just sort of dawdling, wasting time. And I'm getting that there are places in your life that you could tighten that up. Devoting attention to this when you could be focusing on something else. Focusing on the thing that everybody was already accusing you of focusing on. People might be really calling you selfish right now. What it's really boiling down to is someone's trying to say that you are selfish, which you're not. You're just taking care of yourself. People give themselves away with this stuff, though. Like, that says something about them, not you. They are feeling guilty and feeling selfish about something. So they're saying that to you. Because really, that's what's happening, is this is a very selfish person who didn't consider you at all, who put you in the middle of something that you didn't have to be involved with. And that's why, look, I've seen it too many times in my own life. I feel like I'm just supposed to tell you that. Take the high road, and you will receive good things for this. But be open to new opportunities. Be open. Don't let this person get the best of you. Don't let them trigger you. This person also thinks that you're too nice. I just got that. My mind is immediately going to a video I just saw. And it's so funny. I see videos when I'm supposed to see them. So I have a visual to tell you. You might see it's going viral on TikTok. This young woman and her boyfriend, or maybe husband, I don't know. They're on an airplane with these two older middle-aged women. And these women keep making fun of them. And there was more going on. Like, the girl said that they were standing up taking pictures of them like they were on a plane. The women had probably had a bit too much to drink. It sounds like they were healthcare professionals, because this couple could see what these two women were saying via text about them. And it was just unnecessarily rude, just crazy stuff. And it didn't even make sense. And they felt harassed, really. I think alcohol was involved, but I don't know. But they using medical terminology, like you can tell these are like labor and delivery nurses or something. When you see stuff like that, like I don't know about you, but I have a feeling, because you're probably like me if you're watching this. That's why if you've watched this far, this is for you. A lot of us can be very naive to how mean people actually are. Some of us just aren't naturally that way. Now, I feel bad, and I just want to put this out there because I feel like it's for this reading. I remember being younger and trying to mimic those people, because I had friends who were like that, and I would try to fit in with them by putting on a mask of being like that, but it didn't last long, because that's a nasty energy. This is about masks dropping. And okay, that's what I mean about this person, whoever is being the selfish one here, okay? Whoever this, the perpetrator is in this, like the person calling you selfish when they're selfish. I'm getting that really mean vibe where you might be shocked if you saw just how secretly mean this person is. Like I said, the thing I saw today, and you see this a lot, it's healthcare professionals. One time it was this horrible judge. She got in trouble for texting memes about people, like people sitting at her bench. She was presiding over. She would make memes about them, like internal ones, and send them to her staff. Like, what? That's the energy this is giving. I can't tell you how many times that's happened to me. Maybe it's happened to you too, where you just heard somebody said like the meanest, cutthroat, weird things behind your back or behind other people's back. But whoa, some of us don't really realize the thoughts, or maybe we do. I believe we're actually intuitively aware, but we tell ourselves, nah, it couldn't be that bad. Then you realize, yes, it was. Yes, it was. Okay. But it's really just for you to feel sorry for them because they haven't gotten the memo yet that they're going to reap what they're sowing, even those thoughts. I'm serious. You will reap what you sow, even internal stuff like that. Anyway, you are not going to be a happy person doing that. And that's why certain things like this come out. Like that lady today, like her face is out there on the internet. That judge a few years ago, I think she got disbarred, lost her judgeship, whatever that is. Lost her ability to be a judge, I'm pretty sure. But you know, that stuff happens in other ways though. People always get found out. People always get found out. I don't know about you, but that's not the world I want to live in. Not the one came out when I said not the world I want to live in. Sometimes what I just need to do is start talking and see what cards come out. You will only be alone if you want to be. That tells me about finding like-minded people. Like may the right people see this post. May the right people be energized and be willing to give up those evil thoughts about people. Because the more people we get together, the more of us can maybe join together in this simulation. I don't know if it's just part of a game that some of us are playing that we feel like we have to spread that word. Spiritual awakening is about working on yourself, okay? All is mind, you are connected to everything, quantum physics, the whole thing, all right? But part of it includes other people. You don't have to think every thought that comes at you. What you need to do is analyze it and be like, where did that come from? Is it some kind of negative energy drawn to the frequency I'm putting out, drawn to the trauma I'm holding, drawn to the negative words I'm saying? You know, what's going on here? But it comes as a thought. And you don't realize, like, wait a minute. I only think that when I'm around certain people. So maybe that's coming from them. I only think that when I'm driving through certain places. So maybe it's coming from there. I only think those thoughts when I even think of this certain person, or think of driving through that place, or think of going to that restaurant. I feel a certain way. What's going on there? Really start analyzing your thoughts and the feelings that go along with them, especially when feelings abruptly change. It's time for us to focus on like-minded people. Give your attention to the people who are for you, not those who are against you. But also make peace. You know, make peace and keep going, and realize people can change. Be nice to that person. Anyway, I'm not saying bend over backward. I'm not saying let them use you again. I'm just saying be a peacemaker. Blessed are the peacemakers, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And it's true. You will reap a huge reward. You will let go of karma. You will bring your blessings in faster. The good things waiting for you will come to you. If you're here like wishing evil upon people, no, you're just pushing it further away. You're pushing it further away. In fact, you're doing more of a thing where you're bringing the evil upon yourself because you're thinking about it, okay? Don't let this person get the best of you, because I'm getting that you might want to blow up. Imagine you're playing a game like Mario Kart or something, where the person racing next to you has a banana peel and they throw it and you slide off the track or something. Okay, that's all this is. But guess what? You find something, some kind of power up, I can't remember what it's called, and you keep going. You go faster and you win, okay? Anybody who does that to you, anybody who tries to put a banana peel in front of you, it only makes you go faster and stronger. You win the race, okay? Just start saying that. Just say, I am protected. Stop focusing on all this stuff, because that's how we bring it into our life more. I know a lot of people haven't had that download yet. But focus on those who are for you, not those who are against you. Just hold your ground. Don't worry about what somebody's saying, because something might leak back to you. That's what I mean. I feel like this is just a really petty person who is going to get found out. Rotten fruit falls on its own. Okay? This person right now is exhibiting the signs of rotten fruit, so just let them fall on their own. Don't let this person trigger you. Focus on, like I said, may you establish connections with the people who encourage you and are for you and aren't trying to tear you down. All right? Last card. Last card. You have excellent ideas. Trust them, okay? Like I said there, I might cut most of this video out and put it in another video, but analyze your thoughts. Where are they coming from? If you're around certain people, what are you thinking that's different than what you're thinking when you're around other people? This person, if they're giving you a hard time, really start paying attention to the thoughts that you have when you're around them, to the feelings that come up. And if they're different, if they're sudden, if they're weird, pay attention. That's your spirit speaking. That's your spirit speaking. There's something that's a lesson for you here, and honestly, you're just feeling that person's energy. So make sure you're grounding your energy, protecting your energy. You don't have to accept all the energy that comes to you. Trust your ideas, because I am really getting that somebody's good ideas, like things that you've manifested, that you've thought about, that you've wanted, that you've meditated about, things that you have really wanted, visualize, they're coming in. They're coming in. Trust your ideas. Trust that you know what's best for you. You have excellent ideas. It is spoken, it is written, and so it is. Amen.